where games meet greatness.
Buenos dias, muchachos. Welcome to my channel, where I showcase the simplest ways to defeat difficult bosses across different games. Well, today we'll be traveling to the realm of Midgard in God of War Ragnarok, and I'll be dishing out strategies on beating King Rolf Kraki, the Berserker King. Without much further ado, let's get it on. Well, alright. Um, no flashy builds, no cheese tactics, just grit, timing, and a bit of madness. Today I'm going to walk you through how I took down King Rolf Kraki, the hardest boss in God of War Ragnarok by a stretch. And I played it on Give Me God of War difficulty. Here's the proof. Here it is. And I only used the survivor armors. No flashy enchantments, no flashy packs, just me, my Leviathan axe, my blades of chaos, my Draupnir spear, and a dream. Now let's dive into the gear. I'm wearing the most basic gear in the game actually. On the chest armor, here we have the shoulder guard of survival. I've maxed it out because it's the new game plus. And on the wrist armor, I have the wraps of survival. The waist armor, the belt of survival. These are the armors that you actually start with. No, you don't actually start with them, but they're the simplest armors in the game because they have no packs inside them. They just, yeah, simple as the name. There's no special buff, no stat boosts, which means every dodge, parry, and hit really matters because this setup forces you to learn the fight, not outstart it. So let's get into the meat of this boss. King Rolf fights like he's got beef with your ancestors. He mixes in unblockables, Berserker style teleport combos, and elemental damages. Here is what to watch out for. He often opens up with a multi-teleport combo. For this one, I would urge you to always dodge sideways or block early. Let me display so that you can see what I mean.
You can't have it.
You see the way I did there? Just some quick dodges, quick blocks, then you hit him hard, and I promise you, you won't regret it. Other than that, his yellow ring attacks are quick, but they are parryable if you're sharp. There's this style that he uses, the one that he swings his axe, multiple times where there's the yellow ring and then there's the red ring overhead slam, which causes a shockwave. do not roll back on that move that he does. Instead, do a sidestep, then you punish him the most. He can also chain elemental attacks from other berserkers, as I've said earlier. So watch out for those surprise fires or the frost bursts. The key here is actually pattern recognition. Once you learn the order of his chaos, you can thread the needle between his combos. Next up, I'll be showing you like the positioning and the defense tips. On the defense tips, you may want to stay mid-range most of the time. Too close and you eat fast attacks. Too far and he teleports with a vengeance. So prioritize survival over damage. This isn't about style, it's about living. Use your shield bash only when you're certain he's open. Otherwise, chip him down with axe throws and light strikes. There's also the Spartan Rage. I'll advise that you use Valor for this because you're saving it for healing, because this guy is unpredictable. It can hit you when you don't notice, like you just have to be sharp and short. So just pop the Spartan Rage when you are low on your health so that you can get back. This isn't time for glory kills, it's time to use your sharpness and grit. Next up, I'll be showing you the mental game plus how to gauge your stamina to beat him easily. You're not just fighting Rolf, you're fighting frustration. He'll delete you in 3 hits if you get greedy, because this is with God of War. So the life kind of like it depletes very quickly, unlike the easier difficulties. But I've maxed out my vitality, so I have an advantage of where, like, when he hits me, my life doesn't deplete really quickly. But if you're playing Give Me God of War and you haven't filled out your vitality, I would advise that you fill it out, because it really aids you in times of fighting these difficult bosses. Because 3 strikes, you're dead. But for me, maybe 5 strikes the most. So treat this like a rhythm game. Parry, sidestep, punish, breathe, repeat. I won't lie to you, I died a lot, like a lot. But every death taught me one more frame, one more tell. Eventually you stop surviving and you start controlling the fight. My final advice for beating King Rolf Kraki: if you're watching this video because you're stuck, good. That means you care enough to get better. And trust me, beating Rolf with nothing but survival gear is one of the most satisfying feelings in the game. Other than beating Gna, I don't think there's any other satisfying feeling in this game, like when you're playing with only the survival armor. It's not just about the gear, it's not even about the damage, it's about discipline. So get back in there, be patient, and don't just fight the king, become one. Well, if you found this guide helpful, stick around for my full fight video where I go toe to toe with Rolf in real time. No edits, no filters, just raw survival. Let's get it on.